Hello, you guys. It's Devontae Woodson with Greater Youth Sports Association. Thank you for tuning in on another weekly episode of Tune In Tuesday, Raising a Greater Youth Athlete. This week we're going to be dealing a little bit with goal setting, and then I have one good tip that you can use with your child or even yourself that's going to help you each and every week with getting to a larger goal. All right. It's very important because sometimes we might set goals, but we might not necessarily know the little itty bitty day-to-day things that we can do to actually inch towards that goal. So this tip I have for you today is going to help you with getting that big goal done. All right. Before we begin, we want to say thank you so much for all the comments and likes and DMs and direct messages and things like that that everyone sent out about the newest addition to our family and our team. Baby Desmond is doing pretty well. He has a long road ahead of him, but from our family to you, thank you so much for the support. It really does mean a lot. So, going back to your kids, so with what we want to talk about today, it's called the compound effect. So there's a lot of research behind the compound effect. It helps you with breaking down a large goal, and it's a strategy that you can use to get to that large goal. You can use it every day, every week, right? It works best in a scenario like this. Let's say you have a goal to maybe start running, maybe you're a little overweight and you want to start exercising. So instead of just going hard to the wall, all in 100%, you start small. So let's say this week you decide to go on a small 5-minute jog, right? And then next week you might even add in a 5-minute jog and a 1-minute sprint. Then next week after that, you might jog for 10 minutes and then do like a 5-minute sprint. So you can see that it's starting to compound on each and every week, heading towards that goal of exercising, being healthy, and losing the weight. So instead of focus on like, hey, I'm just gonna lose all the weight right now, it's more so starting very, very small, and then each and every day, week, whatever you like, you can add more to it naturally, right? So you're not really stressing yourself out to really get to that goal. But eventually you will get there. In relations to your child, let's say if they're having trouble with reading, reading or writing, let's say specifically they're having trouble with learning where to put commas in. All right, so instead of throwing them into long sentences and making them read and try to force them to do something that really just doesn't make sense to them, break it up, right? So maybe this week you focus on just commas, right? Just commas and short sentences. And then the next week you can add something else to that too. So maybe you add 2 sentences where they're working on identifying the commas, writing them down, and things of that nature. So start small with your goal, and then each week add something else onto it. It's called the compound effect. All right. If you enjoyed this video, if you have any questions, we have a lot of good ones coming back for you this next week and the week after that too. So definitely tune in next Tuesday. It's going down. A little bit of updates. We have flag football coming up. We start the clinics next week. Actually, when you see this, it would be that week. So definitely go on the website, register for those. Flag football tryouts will be happening in 2 weeks. So season's coming. We have dance clinics coming up, cheerleading starting too. So it's an exciting part of the year. Definitely stay up on the Tune In Tuesdays. If you haven't liked us already, go ahead and give us a like. Share to somebody that might find this video interesting. Other than that, we'll see you next week.